P.J. Walker is going to start at quarterback for the Cleveland Browns, and he has,
Yikes.
Career record of 4-3. He started 7 games in his career. Last year he was with the Carolina Panthers. Threw for 731 yards, 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. He's a former XFL quarterback. So
was he the quarterback in that crazy game against the Falcons where DJ Moore got the game-winning touchdown, but then he got the excessive celebration and they mixed the extra point?
Which is so bad. Was he the quarterback in that game?
I think he might have been.
He could have been a quarterback in that game. The game was, let me see, November 10th. I'm pulling up the box score right now. Nope, that's not the game. That was Thursday Night Football. They lost in overtime October 30th to Atlanta, 37-34. P.J. Walker was the quarterback, went 19-36. 317 yards, a touchdown, an interception, got sacked once, ran for 20 yards on 1 carry.
There you go.
He may be running a lot. He may be running for his life.
He'll be running for his life,
for the Cleveland Browns. So I don't want Niner fans to get too cocky, but I'm going to get cocky here on a Football Friday. This will be a massacre. I'm kind of with you now, Spinelli. I would be disappointed if the Niners don't win by 10 or more points. This point spread has jumped over 5 points within the week because of all the injuries. This may get ugly. If the Niners are who they think they are and who we think they are, which is a Super Bowl contender or quote-unquote the best team right now in Week 6, then they should easily beat the Browns. This game should be over midway through the third quarter.
If we're all saying, and Niner fans are saying, that this is the best team in the NFL right now, I'm going to start judging wins then. That's what we're going to do. That's the standard I'm going to hold. Really good teams, that's what you do. You know, the mediocre, the up-and-coming teams like the Detroit Lions, they just need to win. Not the Niners. They need to dominate. Winning, no, seriously. I don't care if it's an East Coast, 10 a.m. You're playing the Cleveland Browns without Deshaun Watson. You need to destroy this team.
I will bet the house, like I did yesterday on the Las Vegas Golden Knights to score over 3 goals against the San Jose Sharks. It was my best bet.
Poor Sharkies.
Poor Sharkies. Home opener.
Tough.
I asked Lubman. I was on the phone with him. Show call. What's the score of the Sharks game? I didn't watch 1 second of a bet I laid. And it was one of the biggest bets I made all season. What's the score, Lubman? He's close. 1-1. Okay, cool.
Well, they scored right when you were on the phone with me, too, which is kind of cool.
That was kind of cool. That was kind of cool. And then I go home. I forgot I had to bet. I forgot about the game because it was dealing with baby Chez and playing firefighter and all that stuff. Oh, intermission. 3-1. Going into the third period. And then they handled their business. So I'm making a similar bet on the 49ers this Sunday. How are Niner fans feeling? Is this going to be a bloodbath? Does anybody take what Grant Delpit said personally?
Grant Delpit.
Now, Lubman, I know we got to work on the sound. Do we have Grant Delpit? Let me know when you get Grant Delpit up because I want to replay it. Now, he did say Brock Purdy's playing the best quarterback in the league. And now, when we watched Mahomes last night throwing those picks, Spinoni, Brock Purdy is playing better than Mahomes in 2023. In 2023.
The offense for Kansas City right now, it's interesting because I was watching the game yesterday, and I actually disagree with you because I think Mahomes is still, again, asked to do more in his offense than Brock Purdy is in his. They've kind of turned into a running team. And it's interesting because everyone
Pacheco's good.
He's really good. That's the thing. Andy Reid recognizes, listen, we may not have the outside weaponry we're used to. Tony had a touchdown yesterday, but he struggled for the most part this season. Travis Kelce had a bajillion fantasy points, I think, yesterday. T. Swift was in the building. You know he was going to show out. But they're kind of just dominating time of possession and leaning on that defense, which is almost Tom Brady Patriots-esque early 2000s.
Well, yeah, and again, you don't need to peak right now. You don't need to be cooking on all cylinders. Just win games. Just win games. And then when you get to big boy football in November and December, that's when you want to turn it up.
Like, that's the thing. I trust, but when push comes to shove, if Mahomes is a defense, that scares me no matter what, who the weaponry is.
Frank Clark is now available. Denver just let him go.
Why not?
Right? Why not Kansas City? Reunite him with Frank Clark in that defense.
Dude, you know who's a beast for that Chiefs line? Karlaftis. Did not expect that. Yeah. He was a late first rounder, obviously, rookie last year. They lead the league in batted balls down, which is another thing going forward against shorter quarterbacks. Purdy's gotten some batted balls down, Bonte. That's something to watch going forward.
Well, Mahomes did yesterday, too.
Yeah.
Mahomes did yesterday, too. Grant Delpit yesterday out in Cleveland. Here's what he said about the matchup. Let me know. I'll stall a little bit. Here's what he had to say about the matchup against the 49ers.
They got to come see us. At the end of the day, they come to our house, man. And, like I've said before, they're a great team right now. Quarterback's playing probably the best in the league, and the scheme fits him. They have a great defense. like I said, man, they're riding their high horse right now. So that's probably the best time to get them.
So now the Browns are 10-point underdogs against the San Francisco 49ers.
Over under, I'm looking at too. This is via FanDuel
36.
Sportsbook. Yeah, I'm seeing 35.5 here, 36. Over, right? Am I overthinking this? It feels like
I don't know how much Cleveland's going to score.
That's the thing. They're thinking what I predicted yesterday, even when I thought Deshaun was playing 20-3,
Yeah.
27-3, something like that.
I lean the under because I can see the Niners just taking the air out the football against this
Got
defense late in the game. Wow, Cleveland's 10-point underdogs. 10-point underdogs in this game. And Grant Delpit said that. So that's all the motivation the Niners need. Brock Purdy also mentioned yesterday at practice, look, I got another level to get to. He's already playing at a high level.
He is.
There's another level for
He's an
Brock
MVP.
Purdy.
He's MVP right now.
What does that look like? Brock Purdy playing at another level.
I mean, it looks like more maybe less incompletions? Perfection? Is that what he's looking for?
I don't know.
Like, I don't know what that looks for because he looks so calm, cool, collected right now. He's hitting these guys on a dime every single time. He's spraying the ball throughout the field. Like, that's what I would look for other quarterbacks. Like, oh, maybe you're honing in on Kelsey too much, Mahomes.
Right.
Maybe you're honing in on, I don't know, Justin Jefferson and for Kirk Cousins. But it feels like it's an equal distribution for all these guys. Is it Juwan Jennings? Does he need more touches? Bonte Hill? Like, everything is humming on all cylinders when it comes to Brock Purdy. But for him to say that, that's scary hours for the rest of the league because it's true. This is his first full season in the NFL, and he's just scratching the surface.
Yeah.
Like when you think of Tom Brady and he had all that early success early on, and again, I'm not comparing him. I'm comparing
but
just
the way he played.
The way he plays.
Played behind the defense,
Correct.
strong running game, did what was needed.
What was the next element for Tom going forward? Was it the deep ball?
It was basically taking control, saying, hey, I could be the guy that can throw the ball all over the yard.
Is it basically telling Shanahan, hey, dude, I got all the audibles. I am at complete control.
Yeah, that's what it is.
You can get in my ear occasionally, but I'm the dude now.
Yep.
I'm the
That's what that
commander
is.
of the ship.
That's what that is.
And he's taking a back seat. He's going to be the guide. He's the, if we're going Top Gun here, he's the guy in the control tower, Shanahan. Now he's Maverick, Brock Purdy.
Got a
Iceman, whoever you want.
got a random text from my boy Victor. Said, Tay, you better get a taser for the Bart Chronicles.
Oh, God.
Not going to do that.
Come on.
This segment is sponsored by Golden
Said
State
he had a
Lumber.
good time.
Serving the Bay Area for 3 generations. When you succeed, we succeed. Visit GoldenStateLumber.com. Adam Carolla, remember him from The Man Show?
Him and Jimmy Kimmel.
He's going to join us at 8 o'clock.
Love that.
He's going to be at Cobb's.
Ooh.
Cobb's Comedy Club. We'll get some intel
Did
on
you used
that.
to work there?
I used to work at Cobb's for about 4 years.
How was that?
I loved it.
That's pretty cool.
Taught me a lot. It actually helped me out a lot in this profession because these guys are the stars of stars, like in their profession. Dave Chappelle's, Joe Rogan came by, John Oliver, you name it, David Allen Greer, Kevin Hart. I mean, you name it. All the top comics will come through Cobb's Comedy Club, and I got to talk to him. And just Tracy Morgan. And you see how they interact with people. Like, stars get tired of just taking photos and signing autographs. They were really, really cool. We had some really good times. Got to meet a lot of good people and how to navigate around people who are very successful in their profession. So when I got to sports media and started talking to players and stuff like that, I felt like, you know what? They're kind of in the same stratosphere.
I love that.
Millionaires.
You did drop like 50 names there, which I appreciate, but you got to when you're working there.
Well, they
come
were
on.
working there. So I got to work there through college, and it was great. True story. Dave Chappelle one time did like 10 straight shows.
Really?
He told everybody to wait. Security, people who sat people, wait staff. He came down with a brick of cash.
Wow.
I was like, oh, he's about to give us $20 each. He gave everybody the crispiest $100 bill. He gave away $3,000 like it was nothing.
Wow.
Just saying thank you for everything. Tracy Morgan, we talked hoops all night. And he would walk around. I don't know if I should say this.
Oh, boy.
Because a lot of people who went to go see Tracy Morgan, they thought they were getting a guy from, what's the show on NBC?
30 Rock.
30 Rock. They thought they were getting that Tracy Morgan.
Oh, it's not the same guy.
So he would walk through the crowd before a show. And he would count how many minorities were in the crowd.
Oh, my gosh.
And then he would do his set. And he'd be like, oh, you guys thought you were getting the dude from NBC? And he would just, he had people walking out. Patrice O'Neal, rest in peace.
R.I.P.
I watched him make these poor girls cry because they were on their phones and stuff. He goes, why'd you pay for your seats? And he literally just got on them and I can't repeat some of the things he said to him. And these girls are in the lobby crying. I was like, Patrice O'Neal's a savage.
I hate people that go to comedy shows and don't understand that part of the act may be crowd work, which is comedians going at the crowd. You got to be prepared for that. If you're going to a comedy show, you got to be prepared to get roasted.
All right, let's. We're going to take our first call in a second on the morning roast from the new studio.
That's right.
New studio.
What's the name of this place? What do we want to call it? Is there a name for it? Just Kearney?
New studio.
Okay.
No, don't tell people where we work. Don't tell.
We do that all the time.
I saw some people waiting outside. They watched me best. They were bugging
I feel like
me,
we
man.
had shows that literally said we worked on Broadway and Battery last place. We had shows that literally said that in the open.
We were lying. We weren't.
We have listeners getting our. We tell listeners to send us stuff all the time.
No, we do not do that.
What?
I don't. Daryl the Guru Johnson does. I don't do that.
Matt Steinmetz, Dan Dibley, Mark Willard, all these guys are getting
They ask people to send them stuff?
No, they don't ask, but they do. But people ask for our information to send them stuff.
They do send us
Come on. I want free stuff. Free as me. That's what you like to say, right? Come on.